Jerusalem, the beginning of the 20th century. The Jewish people returned to Zion. In the 1930s, the city suffered one of the most difficult periods ever recorded. The poverty worsened from day to day. Scenes of families searching for food became a daily occurrence. People were on the verge of starvation. At that time, the tzaddik Reb Usher Freund lived in Jerusalem. Even in his youth, he understood that the chesed, the mutual kindness that kept the Jewish people together throughout the generations, had to be reawakened. Even as a child, he would share the little he had at home with others.
He took care of everything that no one else wants to take care of.
All the time he devoted himself to help people.
His whole life was chesed for its own sake. From his small home on Don Yosef Hanassi Street, Reb Usher founded the first chesed institutions in Jerusalem, which in time became a model and an example for all others throughout Israel.
And from this room, he conducted the affairs of an empire of chesed.
He collected surplus produce in the open market and distributed it himself to needy families. As time went by, he noticed that these families required more than just food. Reb Usher gathered people from the fringes of society and helped them get their lives back on track. Reb Usher blazed a path, a simple path, but one that no one else wanted to touch. 60 years later, in his old age, Reb Usher merited to see Yad Ezra institutions develop into a network of chesed, helping the needy everywhere. Food for the hungry, a magnificent banquet hall, rest home for new mothers, daycare centers, dental clinics, visitor hospitality in Meron, Passover assistance, rehabilitation activities. All year long, hundreds of Yad Ezra volunteers bag, package, and distribute over 5,000 food parcels to needy families every week.
This is the main storage where in Yerushalayim the volunteers coming over once in a week to do the packages for the poor families, which goes out from here all over the country in Israel.
Each box is packed in keeping with the size and needs of the families, providing the basic foodstuffs lacking in their homes.
This is a minor reflection of Am Yisrael.
Yad Ezra's central warehouses are located in Jerusalem and Bnei Brak. From there, volunteers distribute to families all over the country.
We come here once a week on Wednesdays to give out these packages for poor people. Do it without our own private cars, without any signs on the cars from who it's coming from.
It was important to Reb Usher that the volunteers go out at night in private unmarked cars, all in order to save any embarrassment to the families.
From this small kitchen, food came out to an unproportional number of poor people.
But today, Reb Usher's small kitchen cannot provide for the tremendous demand from the needy. Yad Ezra has set up kitchens in Jerusalem and Bnei Brak to prepare thousands of hot meals every day. The food is prepared at a high standard of hygiene and arrives still hot. The meals go out to the dining room that still operates in Reb Usher's home, feeding hundreds of people every day. At the special restaurant in Bnei Brak, no one can tell who pays and who doesn't. The cashier takes money from those who can pay and does not charge the needy without anyone noticing. Yad Ezra sends hot meals to daycare centers, providing the only hot meal of the day to hundreds of children. This is the great chesed that we can do because the children do not get this at home. Why? Because the parents can't afford it. Food for the hungry. A magnificent banquet hall. Rest home for new mothers. Daycare centers. Dental clinics. From one small kitchen to a giant network of chesed. Today, Yad Ezra continues Reb Usher's work, doing chesed everywhere in all areas of life.
They are offering support, a shoulder, an open hand, and an open heart to everyone who needs it. If you can assist them, I'm sure that you are doing a great mitzvah.
Come and join hands in the chesed activities of Yad Ezra.